What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Aiden here. Welcome to episode number dos of Chronicles of a Father-to-Be. In this episode, I'm going to talk all about how I'm trying my best to connect to this little human being that is growing inside of Jane Lee's belly, and how I'm connecting to that being since it's not growing in my belly. Alright, so I by no means am a scientist. I know, you wouldn't think so. I mean, I look like a scientist. I get it. It's fine, I get it. But I'm just here to bust your bubble that I'm not a scientist. And today, or at least the last 10 weeks, I've been trying to be like a scientist. Or maybe like a biology teacher. Or a biochemist. I don't know what any of those people actually do in their real life. But what I'm trying to say is that I've been learning a lot. So what I've been doing to try to connect to the baby is obsessing over where the baby's at, what it looks like, the functions that it's learning, or rather growing, and just like researching and Googling nonstop. So Jane Lee and I go about our day, and then at night after dinner, we probably take an hour to 2 hours that sometimes turns into like 3 hours into midnight, just Googling and learning about the baby. And one thing that I've been doing is reading this book to Jane Lee and I at night. And I don't know what kind of book it is. It's just like, I don't even know exactly where we got it, but we have it in the house. It is a week-by-week guide from conception to birth, I'm pregnant. So it literally goes through, like, each little chapter is weeks 0 through 6, weeks 6 through 10. See, this is what we're up to. I got the little knock right here. 10 through 13, 13 to 17, on and on and on. The cool thing with this book, though, is that it tells you where you're at and, like, what the baby looks like and everything like that. Like, if we had an ultrasound right now, that's what the baby would look like, right? Little feet and little head. It's super cute. This is how I've been connecting to the baby. And this isn't like some book that I'm trying to, you know, promote or anything. I don't even know when it was made, but I will say the language is fairly good for a book of this. This was in 2005. It was first published in the United States in 2005. Not too shabby on the language in here. Definitely for cisgender people, but still they mention partners and they use different language, which I appreciate. So I've been learning a lot of just like what the baby's looking like, what's growing, when the fingers are starting to grow. And that's really been helping me feel connected to the baby because my belly's not growing. I'm not extra sleepy. I'm not extra hungry. I'm not having to, like, you know, feel restless or anything. I feel pretty much the opposite of all those things. I feel extremely excited. I feel energetic. I feel ready to, like, take on the world. That's kind of the opposite of what Jane Lee's feeling just right now in the first trimester. I personally want to feel as connected to this child as I can. And I think what I've been learning online through some forums and stuff is that other dads go through the same thing of just trying to feel super connected to the baby, especially when maybe your partner's not showing yet or whatever, right? So the partner who's not actually birthing the child, like, you want to feel connected to the baby, especially if you're a partner who's never had a baby before. Like, maybe if I had a baby or something like that, maybe I would feel a little more connected because I'd be like, oh, I remember that. Oh, wow, and like be nostalgic on it, but I've never had a baby, and so I don't know what it's like. But with that being said, I've been learning a lot. It's really cool because I'm actually telling Jane Lee a lot of what's going on in her belly, in her body. And she's like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm restless. I'm like, oh, well, that's because of this and because of that and your progesterone. So I do feel connected in that way. It makes me feel more part of the family, I guess, right? And then also, like, it's good because it's been connecting Jane Lee and I too, because like at night now, I'm reading this book at night to the both of us. So like, I'm sitting there, I'm reading out loud, and it's been really nice to just kind of connect. Jane Lee is showing a little bit, so I have been kind of talking a little bit to the baby. I know that the baby probably can't hear me yet, but it must be able to like hear or sense a vibration of some kind. At least that's what I tell myself. So I have been like talking to the baby every now and then, just like cute little things, you know, call it my little muffin. But it's actually not the size of a muffin. So what I have here are some strawberries. So the baby, a lot of the ways they like to kind of go over what the baby looks like and stuff is based on fruit. So it's kind of funny. So like, you know, first it was a poppy seed, and then it was a sesame seed, and then it was this seed, and then it was like, you know, a grape or an olive or something. And now we're at week 10 and it's the size of a strawberry. So I figured I would just eat my baby on camera because that sounds like a totally normal, sane thing to do. So this is the size of the baby roughly. Now, of course, I have this other strawberry, which is way bigger of a baby, but I'm gonna assume it's more of the normal size strawberry-ish sizing. So The baby is at a very good, ripe state at this moment. And one really cool thing that's happened is, I believe from the 8th to the 9th week, so last week, the baby went from being just a little embryo, not really being a baby yet, or a fetus rather, and now it's a fetus. So now, all the systems and everything are in place. He's got a little nose and a little chin. Forehead, its head is still a little alienish looking, but it is a baby. It looks like a baby. It's just this size of a little strawberry. And my baby tastes delicious. So that's been kind of how I've been connecting to the child. So now the baby is a fetus, and the fetus is gonna grow, and actually when you have the baby at 38 or 40 weeks, it's still a fetus for an extra couple of weeks after that. It's still considered not quite like fully grown or whatever. Again, not a scientist. I know all my language and my terminology is super scientific, but I mean, it's just, you know, it just comes naturally. I'm not a scientist. So whatever. So now everything, all the functions are there. Now it's just gonna start growing, so it's gonna start having hiccups. It's actually like moving a little bit. It has eyelids that aren't open yet. They're still closed. You know, little ears are forming. They have all their little fingers. Jane just said that she read on one of her apps that it's growing hair now. It's getting like little hair. So it's very, very cute. And personally, again, because I am not actually having the child, I just want to feel connected to the baby as I possibly can. And so for me, what I've noticed is that I've been diving headfirst into Google and pregnancy books and all these types of things. But also made me realize that there really needs to be better father slash partner slash other human being language and literature. Because everything that you read is geared towards the woman, which I respect. And there needs to be this stuff geared towards the women. There also needs to be stuff geared towards the partner. And so I don't know what that means in my life. I don't know if that means at some point I'll write some book or something, but I have noticed that's been a slight struggle of mine. Other than that, that's how I've been connecting to the baby. It's been really fun. Fruit is a fun thing. Probably gonna try to eat my baby every single time I make one of these videos. Right now, that's kind of what I'm obsessed with. Just learning about the baby, learning about what's going on with the baby, you know, and all that jazz. It's very, very exciting, and I'm very excited for the baby to come. Of course, I want to take as much time as it needs. I want it to grow all the way. Don't want to necessarily like edge the baby out and make it a preemie or anything. But yeah, so I'm just very, very excited about it. That's how I've been connecting. If you are a partner who did not have or is not having the actual baby through your body, leave a comment below. I want to know, like, how do you connect to the baby in the first few weeks of the baby becoming about and, you know, coming into the being that it will be in just a few more months. I think it's like 200 days or something like that away, which feels like a lot, but then at the same time, when people tell me, oh, you're gonna have a baby before Halloween, I'm just like, whoa, before Halloween? Like, that's crazy. That's coming up way sooner, like, than not. I'm excited for it. It's a cute little strawberry right now. I can't wait for it. Leave a comment below, like the video if you like the video. Feel free to share it if you feel like, you know, someone in your life might benefit from this series. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next episode, and thanks for watching. Peace.